He's Kyle Long, the Bears offensive lineman. Had a big win against the Rams, and they got the Broncos coming to town. He joins us now. Kyle, how are you this morning?
How's it going, Dan? I'm doing well.
I'm doing spectacular. Did you hear about the Top Gun news? Did you ever see Top Gun?
Yeah, I was actually a big Top Gun guy in high school, so it's exciting to hear that Val Kilmer is making his second run at things. He might need a bigger plane this time around, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah, but I don't know the whole thing about playing volleyball and cut off jeans at the beach. Did you ever do that growing up?
No, I mean, living in Newport Beach for a year, I played my fair share of volleyball matches. I think my shirt stayed on, though.
Did you surf growing up?
No. Me and Chris are definitely afraid of sharks. So we like to look at the ocean.
Your dad has said that the fights that you guys would have, like stuff would just be broken all over the living room. Is that true? Like, there had to be some really bad ones with you and your brothers.
I think it was less about how to, it wasn't that we were just really destructive. We were just really big as young kids, and we didn't understand our strength. So, I mean, everything was really dense from a furniture standpoint in our house. It was like very blunt objects and, heavy chairs.
Like big oak chairs just so you wouldn't damage them?
Like Game of Thrones type furniture.
So when it comes to advice, so you got your brother who plays for the Rams, your dad's the Hall of Famer. Who would you call for advice, football-wise?
I call my dad first because I think him and I have a similar thought process on a lot of things. And, if you were to ask our opinion on certain things, we'd probably be on the same side of the discussion, where Chris is really cerebral. He's got his own way of looking at things. And but yeah, that's somebody I can call on, and he can speak my language.
Did you? How much did you talk to your brother on Sunday?
I got a chance to see him before the game in the tunnel. I went down to his tunnel during warm-ups and stuff. I didn't want to make a big spectacle of it. But yeah, it was good to see him. It was funny because on Wednesday, I got a FaceTime from Chris, and I figured it was going to be like just do your best this week, try to block it out. He handed the phone to his backup, William Hayes, who was talking smack to me from their meeting room. So that's how Chris is with me.
Did you get the better? Who won the? I know you guys won the war. Who won the battle?
The Bears won. I think we nearly doubled the St. Louis Rams score. I know we doubled their fan base. I mean, by the end of the game, it was a Chicago home game.
But did you get the better of your brother?
Well, he was on the sideline, so I guess by default.
No trash.
I don't know how that works.
No trash talking, though, right?
No.
Yeah. How did it play? The media killed you guys early, September.
Yeah.
Was it warranted what the media said?
Well, you line up with those first three games that we had. I think it was Seattle, Green Bay, and Arizona. And you got a team who's trying to find their identity and trying to develop their identity. And when you get hit in the mouth 3 times in a row to start the fight, people are going to write you off. But we have a group of guys under John Fox that are, hey, don't blink, just keep going. Punches are going to be thrown. You got to keep moving, keep trying to get wins, and give us a shot there at the end to make a run at things to the playoffs.
He's Kyle Long, the Bears offensive lineman, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. When I mentioned to somebody that I was going to have you on, they say he's got a nasty disposition on the field. What do you think of that?
I don't know if I have it's that I have a nasty disposition. I think I'm just so afraid of getting beat or getting embarrassed physically that you kind of go into panic mode, and that may be taken as a nasty disposition. But I just don't want to get beat up out there, DP.
Well, your dad was like that, though, right?
Yeah, there's a certain level of healthy fear that keeps you going, and I think that's in me in the same light that it was in my dad.
Well, I think there's a certain amount of survival nature, the skill, tactics when you're out there, plus at that position. But, you're not afraid to get involved. And if you're my offensive lineman and I'm a quarterback or running back, then that's all you can ask for. Do they buy you nice gifts at the end of the season, Kyle?
They take care of all the guys. I mean, there's a lot of guys who go unsung in terms of protecting the ball and all that, but Jay and Matt and all those guys do a great job with us. Now we got a rookie, Jeremy Langford, who's got some big games for us in the past 2 games, so I'm excited to see what he comes up with. You add to the fact that he's a rookie and he's a running back. So.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any money, Kyle.
Well, even if I can sponsor him getting a gift for me, I feel like, he's the rookie, so he should be getting.
Would Cutler ever let you babysit his kids?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Has he asked?
I hang out with his kids a lot, actually. I mean, they're funny dudes. I've seen them grow up, and they're in a funny stage now. They're starting to pick up on who Jay is. He's a football player. They love football, watching him and stuff. It's cool to be a part of that. Hopefully, no kids for me for a long time though.
Yeah, but are these kids afraid of you when they see how big you are?
Initially, I think his oldest was afraid of me. His youngest isn't afraid of anything. But the oldest at first was kind of like, who is this big bald dude? That's what the hell does he want with me? But I think we've come to an understanding.
Do you get recognized as misidentified sometimes? Who do people think you look like?
Bull from Night Court. Matt Forte always calls me Bull from Night Court. Goldberg, I get from a lot of the guys. Like if we sign a new guy midweek, they're like, "Hey man, you kind of look like Goldberg." Like, hey, thanks, bro.
Old school wrestling.
Yeah, which is not bad. Steve Austin, I've heard. The lack of creativity in the doppelganger department really drives me crazy. But there's only so many options for a bald bearded man.
At what point did you realize that baseball wasn't your sport and football was?
I'm still trying to make that decision.
Are you going to be Bo Jackson?
When I wake up on Monday, and it takes me 10 minutes to get out of bed. I'm like, I can imagine how my body would feel if I threw 7 innings last night.
But the White Sox drafted you, right?
Yes.
Have you thought about going to spring training? Seriously.
I 100% have. A guy that I grew up competing with, Russell Wilson, has, I think, the coolest job ever because he plays quarterback. And then in the spring, he gets to go to Arizona and whatnot and take batting practice, infield, the whole 9 yards. He really is living the dream.
Do you want me to see if the White Sox will invite you to spring training, Kyle?
I don't know how I'd be able to repay you.
10%.
Maybe get you down to Scottsdale.
10% of your contract, or your dad's already said I can have the house in Montana if I want for a vacation.
Hey, you need to take him up on that.
Yeah, but he sent me pictures, and there were bears climbing up trees, Kyle.
Yeah, well, some people, it's not for everybody, JP. It's not for everybody.
But are there bears just roaming around the property in Montana?
It's seasonal. I guess it's seasonal, but, we have doors and stuff.
Oh, you do?
You don't have to be in the cherry orchard the whole time. That's what the wild monsters are.
All right, I'm going to reach out to the White Sox, and I'll see if they'll extend an invitation to you for spring training.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, but you got to stay healthy the rest of the year, all right? How about this? If you make the playoffs, then I'll guarantee you get to go to spring training with the White Sox.
Boom.
Done?
I love it.
All right, I'll work on it. Hey, thanks for joining us, and good luck against the Broncos.
Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.
All righty. That's Kyle Long. Bam, it's on. Boom.